Hello everyone, my name is Michael SK and welcome back to the Fruit of Grisaia. I kind of forgot what happened in the last episode, but I'm pretty sure it has something to do about Yuuji thinking about how he really doesn't deserve someone as incredible as Amane. And speaking of Amane, that's the route that we're on. I don't know why I feel like I have to say this 3 episodes in the route, but whatever. Let's just jump right back in. We're still on Light Woman, Heavy Woman. We also just finished up helping Sakaki here with putting books away, which I didn't think would take hours into the night, but whatever, so let us continue. Not your fault. Can't just leave the job unfinished after all. I didn't think we stumbled into Sakaki's route, but whatever. Oh, so I was talking in the last episode that I will look back on the footage of both the first episode of Amane's route as well as the second. I believe episodes 213 and 214. And see if the volume level for the characters are okay the way I changed them. And I feel like, yes, they are. I cannot believe I had them as loud as I did. Looking back, that's a terrible mistake. So how things are how they're going to remain for the rest of this playthrough. I appreciate the offer, but I've got... Oh yeah, that's right. Crap, completely slipped my mind, but I promised to be at Amane's room for dinner at 7. Well, I'm a good 2 hours late. Don't you think she probably just went ahead and ate? How do I pronounce her? That's her last name, right? So Suo? It's not So, it's Suo, I believe. I've been saying that wrong as well. This isn't good. No, rather than risk making things worse with some half-assed lie, I prefer to be honest from the start and apologize. I'm the one in the wrong here. Can't be dishonest on top of it all. Oh man, it's these moments where I really wish I would actually do her route. I'm well aware that I'm a clumsy man. No need to rub it in. Yeah, I guess Amane's become my girlfriend, somehow or other. Ooh. Sorry. Wasn't really trying to keep it a secret or anything, but I kind of wanted to avoid a big fuss, so I decided not to bring it up until somebody asked. It's been 1 day. Really? Well, I did figure you'd notice eventually. But the others... Not to put too fine a point on it, but they're more on the oblivious side of things. Hell yeah. You have a point. In her case, a preemptive announcement might prevent a lot more hassle down the road. Yeah, I'll do that. You got it, homie. Got it. I'll pass that on. Yeah, see you tomorrow. Alright then, guess I'd better head to Amane's room. Rip us. I told her I'd be there at 7, and now it's a solid 9:15. Holy shit. I'm a full 2 hours and 15 minutes late. Amane may not be the type to bark for no reason, but this surely warrants a good yapping. I enter her room fully prepared for such an eventuality, but the outcome is surprisingly painless. Huh. Alright. It's not like I particularly wanted her to get angry at me, but this completely nonchalant attitude is almost creepy.
お風呂にするなら急いだ方がいいよ。あんまり遅くなるとさっちゃんが大浴場のお湯を抜いちゃうから。
Right.
私の部屋のお風呂でよければいつでも入れるけど、どうする？
I think this is the first I'm hearing that she has a bath in her room. Let's eat first. I'll take a bath in my own. Oh, do they have baths in there? Okay, maybe I'm just forgetful.
そう？じゃあすぐにご飯の用意するね。温めるだけだから座って待ってて。
Yeah, thanks. Hey, Amane.
何？
I said I'd be here at 7. I showed up well past 9. Didn't even get in touch. Aren't you angry?
そりゃまあ面白くはないけど、こんなことになるんじゃないかなって気はしてたしね。榊さんの手伝いをしていたんでしょ？
Yeah, that's right. Not that it's her fault. She just asked me to carry over those books, and I finished that by 6. I decided to stay and help put the books away on my own initiative.
わかってるって。だから別に怒ってないし。
Wow.
それとも怒ってほしいのかな？もうプンスカだぞーみたいな感じで。
Well, now it's just cringy. Seriously annoying.
でしょ？だから怒ってないってば。でも次にまた遅れるときは事前に電話とかもらえると安心するかな。
I'll keep that in mind.
はーい、お待たせ。辛いのがいいって言うから麻婆丼にしてみた。ひき肉の代わりにあんたの大好きな豆を使って作ってみたんだけど、どうかな？
Let's see. Amane places the spicy tofu on rice dish in question on the table, along with a side of Chinese egg soup. At a glance, it seemed a perfectly normal mappo, whatever, bowl. But closer examination reveals the standard minced pork has indeed been replaced with finely ground beans. Vividly pale buds of garlic create a nice visual contrast, stirring my appetite. I push my Chinese spoon into my maple bowl, scoop out a large hunk of rice covered in the thick bean paste, and take a bite. A rich flavor instantly fills my mouth. A moderately sharp, spicy tang provides a nice accent. Nice work. This is really good.
でしょ？よかった。
You really can make anything delicious, can you?
でもあんたってさ、何食べさせてもうまいって言うよね。本当に美味しいの？
You tried a bit yourself, didn't you?
まあ一応ね。
Then take another bite and see for yourself. Come on, open wide. Look, I'm telling you to give me an Open that mouth. See? Delicious, isn't it? Why does she seem so unsure of herself? You should really have a little more confidence in your culinary skills.
そうかな。
I mean, it would help. If you're really that suspicious, try feeding me something disgusting as an experiment. I'll tell you exactly how crappy it is.
そんなことできないよ。喜んでもらうために作ってるんだから。
I really truly do. I like the way you kept the spiciness moderate for one thing. Did you season this with Makina's tastes in mind?
っていうか私の好みかな。マキナああ見えて結構辛いの平気だし。
Come to think of it, where is Makina?
あの子ならもうご飯も済ませてお風呂も入ったから、今はさっちゃんと一緒に談話室の大きなテレビでいつもの番組を見てるよ。
Well, luckily we don't have to watch any of that. Ah, right. That one with the lunatic professor who's always getting mauled by wild animals. Yeah, exactly.
それ今日は2時間特番なんだってさ。
Oh god. Thank God we don't have to hear about any of that. Come to think of it, when I passed by the lounge on the way to my room, I remember catching a glimpse of a frenzied Makina gnawing on Michiru's head, although I pretended not to notice. I'd bet money Michiru just happened to be passing by when a television-addled grizzly bear went looking for prey. Girl's got no luck, does she?
何が？
Nothing of any value, I assure you. Don't worry about it.
そう？
Having thoroughly enjoyed Amane's considerate hospitality, I head back to my own room in order to take a bath. And so I've returned to my room, but...
えへへ
Don't me. Why'd you follow me?
だってお風呂に入るんでしょ。一緒に入って背中流してあげようかと思って。
Didn't Machina bring this up this morning? Yeah, gonna have to go with a no thank you.
えー
Don't me either. What are you thinking?
だって私ユージの彼女なんでしょ。だったらそんぐらいしたっていいじゃん。
Yeah, maybe a year later. Let's see. What kind of scolding would be appropriate here? I've come to realize something all too clearly recently. Amane is basically happiest when she's taking care of a man. The more hopeless and childish that man is, the more she enjoys herself. In other words, she's the sort of woman who tends to actively encourage the men in her life to become worthless, play along, and one day I'll end up incapable of scrubbing my own back. Perhaps I should draw a clear line in the sand here. You can wait around all you want, but I'm not going to be taking a bath.
え、じゃあどうするの？
Read a book.
あ、そうなの？じゃあ私邪魔かな？帰った方がいい？
Yes. What? Oh, fuck. Well, no. I don't really mind if you're here, but it's not like there's anything for you to do.
別にいいよ。私はただユージと一緒にいたいだけだから。
That a fact? There may be a number of strings attached, but Amane is my girlfriend. That being the case, if she wants to stay with me, I'm not going to kick her out. But to be honest, I'm still uncertain about this woman in many respects. About her motives, about the depth of her feelings toward me. By coming in close contact with me on a daily basis, Amane will come to understand exactly how dull a human being I am. One day she'll probably part from me on her own accord. I throw myself down onto the bed and begin to read. Later into the night, I suppose. Still the 15th. In my workplace, when someone asks, "What are your hobbies?" the young people will inevitably answer shogi or go. And the ones getting in on the years will just as predictably respond golf or gardening. All of these have something in common. They're exceptionally safe, conventional interests. Logical enough because the company is never pleased to hear about a hobby that might strongly influence your way of thinking. It might sound like a joke, but if you respond, "I'm a film buff," they'd immediately ask, "What kind of films?" Mention some extreme action movie or gruesome war epic, and you'll get a nasty frown at the very least. Answer reading, and you'll get the same treatment. In fact, the limited selection of books sold in the company store have almost all been strictly censored. So if you want to read freely, your only real option is to use an off day to sneak out to some bookstore in the city, then read your purchase in one go at some coffee shop or restaurant. Nobody cares how many nudie magazines or explicit pinups you leave lying around on your shelf, but a single mystery novel is off limits. It's a load of crap, honestly. That does sound pretty terrible. Being very restricted on what you can really experience in your life is something I wouldn't want to go through. You wouldn't guess it looked to me, or okay, you wouldn't expect you wouldn't guess it to look at me, but I'm a genuine bookworm. I liked books even as a child, and ever since living with my master, I've been reading a little before bed every night at the very least. Back when I was in the company dorm, where reading was restricted, I'd scrape up all the golf and gardening magazines I could find lying around. Poor substitute for the real thing, but still better than nothing. And none of this has changed. When I have empty time, I fill it by reading books. Right now, I'm perfectly free to read whatever I want. That's a genuinely wonderful thing.
ねえユージ、何読んでるの？
Oh, you know, a book. Oh, just some book Sakaki finished. She was going to throw it away, so I took it off her hands.
なんて本？面白いの？
The title and author aren't particularly important. The reason why Yuuji is saying that is because they don't want to make something stupid up or rip something off. Sakaki said it was garbage.
ふーん。
It's a translated foreign novel, and according to the synopsis on the back cover, an aristocratic... I don't know what I'm reading. An aristocratic vampire driven from his country and reduced to living in a public park bathroom saves a homeless girl on a whim. Some sort of love story, I guess. That actually kind of sounds interesting. Very cliche, but interesting. At this point, there haven't been any striking developments in the plot, but There was one slightly amusing scene where the vampire tried to make a street corner mailbox into his new home.
ねえ、女の子が部屋に来てるんだよ。遊んでよ。
Let's not and say we did. Alright, fine by me. What did you have in mind?
なんか楽しいこと。
Be more specific.
えーっと。
Okay, you just let me know when you make up your mind.
ああ、もうなんだよ。一緒に考えてくれたっていいじゃん。
If you're bored, how about you try reading a book? There's a mountain of ones I'm finished with over there.
本って俺？
I point over Amane's shoulder and she turns around to face a genuinely mountainous pile of books. Kyoji Wannabe, Wings of the Unknown. A.J. Sinclair, The Beast That Trembled. Moving up the ladder, The 7 Habits Holding You Back. Housewife's Friends series, Master the Character Bento. Hibiki Riku, Okada Lives.
ノンフィクションに海外ミステリーにビジネス書に料理本にティーンズノベル。もはや文字が書いてありゃ何でもいいのかってレベルの乱読っぷりね。
There's a wide range, so why just pick something that appeals to you?
全部嫌い。
You have the freedom to read. Don't waste it. Or what, do you hate books?
別に嫌いじゃないけど、もっとなんかないの？
I like how she just disappeared. Hey you, stop peeking under my bed.
エッチな本でも隠してんの？
No, can't say I am. But tell me, what were you planning to do if I was? Read them?
いや、ユージがどんな女が好みなのか、折り癖のついたページ見ればわかるじゃん。やっぱ巨乳派？無視ですか？仕方ですか？頭の栄養が胸にいった女のたわごとにかす耳なんてないんですか？
I don't even know what she's on about, to be honest. What do you want from me? If you're that bored, why don't you go watch television with Machina?
せっかく二人きりなんだし、なんかして遊ぼうよ。つまんないよ。
Sorry, I happen to be a lame human being. I mean, it's not like I find the idea of playing around with Amane particularly unpleasant myself, it's just that I don't know any games that a woman would likely enjoy. Amane's not quite as easy to handle as Machina in this regard, since I can't just hand over some half-assed toy and expect her to assume herself. But I guess the problem is really more on my end, since I'm drawing a complete blank on activities that an adult female would find pleasurable. Through trial and error, I've picked up the knack of appealing to women when I need something, but that doesn't mean I know what appeals to them in general. That requires more understanding of female psychology than I possess. Well then, I'm at something of a loss. Let's see. What did the other women in my life do with their free time? My master wasn't particularly different from me. She loved to read, especially on rainy days when she didn't have anything particular to do. She was content to pass time with a book, a pack of cigarettes, and a pot of coffee. In fact, I think it's fair to say that my master is largely to blame for turning me into such a wildly indiscriminate reader as to earn Amane's scorn. I actually said her name wrong. Amane's scorn. Ugh. Excluding her, I guess that irritating shaggy head Julia, aka JB, would be the woman I've spent the most time with. But she isn't a particularly useful point of reference. After all, when she got bored, that bizarre woman's favorite pastime was cutting my hair. Isn't it getting in your eyes by now? Want me to give you a little trim? As soon as those words were out of her mouth, typically before I even had a chance to respond, she'd hustle me off into the bathroom, wet my head, and snap her scissors together enthusiastically with the grin of an axe murderer. Within seconds, she'd be shearing off great chunks of my hair. I guess it saved me money on haircuts, yes, but the woman would get so vigorous with her scissors that she'd frequently end up cutting my ear along with the hair. Even my saint-like patience gave away on a few occasions. But contrition is a foreign concept to that woman. In another month, she'd be brandishing her shears again. Anyway, I'm pretty sure cutting my hair isn't Amane's idea of a good time, so I've still got nothing. That said, if I keep up this silence much longer, she's probably going to get sulky, which I'd really like to avoid. I guess I should at least own up to this regrettable state of affairs. That should demonstrate that my intentions are good if nothing else. okay, before we continue, I'm sorry, but there may be times where I accidentally pronounce her name incorrectly. For I don't even know how long I've been pronouncing it incorrectly. So I have a habit of doing so, and I'm trying my hardest to break that habit. So if I accidentally say Amane, I'm very sorry, okay? I'm trying to say her name correctly. Amane. Alright, I got it. If there's no easy answer, we can just discuss the matter at length. I close my book in my hand with a decisive thunk. Apparently perceiving a mild tinge of irritation in my action, Amane jerks up straight. Her body trembling slightly, she looks up at me with puppy dog eyes. No, I'm not really angry or anything. You'd certainly think Amane's a tough, thick-skinned woman, judging from her habitually confident attitude. But that's nothing more than an act, assumed for the sake of those around her who need a big sister in her lives, or in their lives. I forget exactly when, but the girl once evaluated herself as a natural-born masochist. If anything, her true nature seems to lie more on the timid, faint-hearted side of things. I'm going to call it quits on the reading. What do you feel like doing, Amane? Anything's fine. Oh no, there's still time to record, I can't end it here. I guess I don't mind, but don't you have any other ideas? This is the first day they're together. Are you serious? Guess there's nothing for it then. Amane, wait. Yeah, Amane, I said her name incorrectly, brings out her standard gag. Taking it seriously tends to lead to headaches, but at this point, I'm pretty sure she just wants me to pay attention to her. So I guess it won't kill me to play along with the joke every once in a while, if that's what she wants. No. You can go first. Don't want me staring at you washing yourself, do you? As she speaks, Amane begins to undress in front of my eyes without a hint of hesitation. She walks around half naked in the first place, so it doesn't even take a minute for her to get practically nude. As I watch her work, I begin to get slightly exasperated. Come on, how far is she planning to string this out? But in the next moment, she's peeling off her bra and panties as well. Hey, hold it, that's what I'm saying, man. At this point, I'm no longer able to keep up the straight man role. Not particularly. No, that's not the problem here. Just how long are you going to keep up this crappy attempt at a gag? Hey, Amane. I'm sure I'm misunderstanding here, but I want to ask you something, just to be on the safe side.
Whoa.
Are you seriously planning to do this? Don't you think you're seriously rushing things here? That is rushing things. Yes. Teenagers do. Puberty. It sucks. Yes, not uncommon. I feel like that's a lie. I can't go off of a fictional game. Need more evidence. No, not in the least. Spare me the incredulous groan. What the hell is with this completely casual attitude? You'd think she was proposing a game of frisbee or something. You often hear that our culture is shifting toward Western norms, not only in matters of cuisine, but also in terms of sexual frankness. But this is really just the way modern girls are. I'm finding that hard to believe. You're sure jumping right into the thick of things for a girl who hadn't even been kissed as of a few days ago. Has it seriously just been a few days? It's a little too soon, though. I see. Okay. What am I supposed to do about this? Not sure about that first part.
なんか適当にそこらのおっさんに破いてもらってくるけど。
What? Idiot! Baka! If you're that desperate to lose your damn virginity, I'll take it. Don't go giving it to someone you don't even know.
だよ、もう。そんな怒らないでよ。冗談なんだからさ。
Damn, dude, what's with the animes and these social constructs? Nobody's going to laugh at a joke like that, for future reference. Her sense of humor may be seriously disturbing, but I've finally come to understand that Amane's genuinely serious about this. Maybe this should be the part where I gently drop my jacket around her trembling shoulders and say, "Don't overdo it." Like a cool, self-controlled movie protagonist or something. But when Amane's gone this far, it doesn't feel right to just reject her. And if I pulled that self-satisfied act on her after she's stripped to the nude right in front of me, I might well end up smashing her confidence as a woman to smithereens. Which might very well in turn lead to a nasty grudge, and her spreading rumors about my homosexuality and or impotence to our classmates. An exceptionally undesirable possibility any way you look at it. Guess it can't hurt to give it a try. According to my master, you spend way too much time worrying, kid. Sometimes you need to pull the fucking trigger first and think later. Or the advice. And I remember another warning of hers that seems relevant to my current circumstances. Look, kid, for future reference, when a woman's naked in front of you like this, the first thing you should do is compliment her. I see. I refocus my attention on the naked girl before me. Specifically, I stare intensely at Amane's completely exposed breasts. Wow, I kind of guessed something like this was going to come up, but I don't know. Nice tits you got there. Nice tits indeed. No, I'm good. This is an art exhibit, right? What, for free? Huh. Okay, kid. Money, time, patience. Normally, the men of the world sacrifice all things in order to obtain their women. And yet a girl has just stripped off her clothes and approached me on her own initiative. I really didn't have to lift a finger at any point in the process that brought us here. Maybe the morally correct thing would be to sniff daintily and tell her, "Goodness, miss, shouldn't we get to know each other a little better first?" But the world isn't that pretty a place. Normally, something that seems too good to be true puts me on my guard, especially true when I'm working. When I subtract the bad from the good and find the former outweighs the latter, I'll instantly abandon the job. But if the good seems overwhelming and there's no apparent risk, I'll pull back just as quickly. That's how I've stayed alive. Such uniformly positive conditions are often the result of someone consciously constructing a pleasant facade in order to mask a trap. Oh my god, we're in the grand bath now. Fantastic. For example, Amane, let's say you go outside one morning to find a brand new luxury sports car sitting in front of the dorm, keys in the ignition, and a scrap of paper on the door that says "Have fun." What would you do?
とりあえず乗るかな。運転席に座ってみて、ハンドル握ってエンジンかけてみる。
Even though you have no idea who this car belongs to or where it came from?
ラッキーじゃん。とりあえず水温が上がるの待ちながらどうするか考えて、誰も何も言ってこなかったら近所をぐるっと走ってくるかな。クラッチとミッションをいたわりながら丁寧にゆっくりとね。
I see.
何なの急に。私に車買ってくれるの？
No, that's not it. It was a metaphor for what you're doing right now. Trying to explain my initial reluctance.
なんだ、チェ、がっかりだよ。つうか、なんで車で例えたの？
Why not? Figured it'd be easier for you to understand, I guess. What, you want a car?
そりゃ、くれるならもらうけど。
God damn it. What kind do you want specifically?
2000cc の国産ターボ4駆って、ちょっと待って、買う気？
Why are we on this topic? How much would it cost?
待って、ダメ、冗談だよ。車なんていらないから。
Look, I was just asking. I didn't say I was going to run out and buy you one.
じゃあ、なんでそんなこと聞くの？
figured it wouldn't hurt to know what the woman I fell in love with wants out of life.
惚れた女って私？
I already told you that I love you. Who else would I be talking about?
そうだよね。彼女だもんね、私。
Oh, okay. Did you just notice? I mean, you're the one who proposed this relationship in the first place, you know.
ああ、うん。そりゃそうなんだけれども、改めて言われるとドキッとするよ。
Not a problem. That's exactly what I was going for. On an unrelated note, just how long do you intend to keep washing my head? As soon as I agreed to enter the bath with her, Amane immediately declared she'd be washing my hair for me. Why do women have this compulsive need to scrub a guy's head whenever they bathe with one? My sister, my master, and even JB all did the same thing. It's mystifying. Is scrubbing my hair really that much fun?
お風呂で男の子の頭洗うのってちょっと夢だったんだよね。ほら、私って一人っ子で弟とかいなかったから、友達が弟と一緒にお風呂に入った話とか聞いて羨ましかったんだよね。
Well, that's weird for me being a Westerner, and I just don't understand how that could be a norm. You're washing Makina's head every day, aren't you?
マキナは女の子じゃん。やっぱお姉ちゃんごっこするなら弟じゃないと。
That's why you dragged me into this ridiculous game? Trying to put yourself in my shoes here?
なんか言った？
Nothing at all. Go ahead. Keep playing with me like a toy while you still can.
はーい。そんじゃシャンプー流すよ。目閉じて。
Oh, great. You got it in my mouth.
ごめんごめん。ほら、ちゃんと下向いて。
That hurts, damn it. Don't push my head around.
どれどれ？ちゃんと綺麗になったかな？うんうん。
Don't stick your nose in my hair either. Are you a dog?
はい。
This is
じゃ
weird.
あ次は体洗ってあげる。そこで横になって。
This is really weird. What? This isn't over yet.
まだまだこれからじゃん。いいからほれほれ。
Hey, calm down, woman. Okay, well, I think we'll just end it there and we'll save the rest of this really weird shit for next time. We're on unripened fruit. Wonder what that could be talking about or referencing. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Look forward to the next episode for you know what, because I'm pretty sure that's coming up next. But leave a like if you enjoyed this episode and subscribe for more Grisaia content. Anyways, I guess I'll see you guys next time. Rip me.